All right, guys, tacticalrab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to the pre-kickoff classic interview series. We are joined today by Accuracy of the Seattle Surge. How are you doing, my friend? Gonna keep this short and sweet.
I'm doing good, feeling great, and just ready to play.
Yeah, sound it. You know, the vibes are high. Let's get it going. So, I mean, look, Seattle Surge, we'll start off with a few things pre kind of, well, how the team's been going, right? Because I think it's been a big surprise to a lot of people how well you guys have at least looked early on. We don't get to see all that much, but what we have seen, yeah, I'm pretty impressed, right? So, how's the team kind of settled into the accuracy school of Call of Duty, as some people have described it? Like, clearly there's some pressure on your shoulders to mold these players into the best version of themselves, and many thought that would take a great degree of time. Like, which of the three have you kind of been most impressed with so far in your role as IGL on the roster?
So I've worked with Mac before, so I kind of knew how it was to get him to like do what I wanted and how smart of a player he already was. I had no like previous, interaction with Pred, and I knew Sib already a little bit, but I never really played with him. So those were the two that I was the most worried about coming into it. Like, how are they going to respond to, criticism or structure, or how are they going to interact in the team environment? But they've surprised me greatly. Like, they're literally two sponges, and I say go left, they go left. And the thing about it is, they don't just do it blindly. They actually understand the reasoning, which then gives you like, a deeper level of thought, and you'll actually do it yourself when I'm not telling you to do it. You'll remember the reason and you'll remember the situation and you'll do it. So they've surprised me greatly, and I think they've been learning very quickly.
Yeah, it's really impressive to hear. And that kind of leads into the next one because a lot of people kind of said coming into this year that, okay, Seattle, dark horse, like, yeah, maybe snag a top four at one point or another. From your perspective, how quickly do you think you can expect to become a championship caliber team?
It's gonna take some time, I think. We're putting in the work right now, but we need to get, that match experience together and get all those kinks out. But I think over time, if we keep putting our head down, we keep grinding, we'll be able to get to that point for sure. Because as of right now, purely based off scrimmages, which are different than matches, we've been playing very well. And if we can keep riding that train in to the matches and into the other game modes that you don't get to scrim as much, I'm very, very confident.
Yeah, one of the things we talked on the Breaking Point podcast, I think you might have mentioned something about Pred and just the way he kind of like the confidence he has, right? And that you don't think he's gonna struggle in like a 1v1 on main stage or something. I feel like Sib kind of seems like a similar character in a way. So
Yes.
like yeah, what's your perspective there? Like, do you think it's going to take them a little bit of time to settle in? Because I guess they haven't, maybe they've played in some local tourneys, but they've never played in on something quite as large scale as even this first event will be, I guess.
So to me, one of the main attributes that I liked about both of them when I was making my decision, or not when I was making my decision, but when the team was making their decision on like who to pick up, was that they didn't seem like the type of people to shy away from greatness or shy away from the moment or get scared or something like that. So to me, that was a very big green flag, and I was like, this is amazing. This is the people you need, people that will live up to the moment, people that aren't going to back down, and they're both like that. So I'm excited to see how they do on the stage and how they act in the moment.
Yeah, good stuff. So the big discussion of the last 7 days has been this whole sniper GA debacle. It's been a lot of back and forth. And I saw a tweet that you put out. I don't know if you deleted or something, but
I
it
did
was
delete
about
it.
yeah, okay. So I thought I'd mention it. So you had an idea. Okay, what if you made the sniper a kill streak? I thought it was an interesting idea. Of course, there are hurdles there because you've actually got to get the developers to do it, which is a big enough hurdle as is. But like, what do you really think about the whole situation? Do you think pros would ever take that seriously? Because if the sniper is as good as they say, then maybe there's a way to work around it, right? Because I think people want snipers in, and even it seems right now that obviously that the backtrack came through, right? But even the snipers in this game aren't as strong as they were even Modern Warfare and games previous to that. So it's kind of looking at it from hindsight, you think maybe things could have been different in the past. It's an interesting one just because the AWP in Counter-Strike or the operator in Valorant, you have to pay money for, right? So you don't get it for free. So that's the way they balance it there. Whereas in COD, there's never really been a good way to do it, other than that if you've got four on the team, you're going to get overrun by SMGs. So
Yeah, so for me, I mean, I think snipers are extremely good, especially in Call of Duty S&D. Like, you just get it for free every round. There's no punishment. Pistols are also really good, and you can quick scope people and all of that stuff. But I thought of that idea because I was comparing it to CS:GO and Valorant. Like, in those games, you have to play around first earning the op, then you have to save the op. Sometimes you're at a disadvantage because you're not buying because you want to save money to get the op. And there's like a whole ecosystem that goes into it. And in COD, there's none of that. It's kind of just, whenever you want to use an op, you just pull it out and you get to use it for free. So I just thought that maybe this could please both worlds. Like, if someone does go on a little kill streak, they earned it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if they have the sniper out, that adds a different little meta to the round. Like, maybe they want to save the sniper so they don't push as recklessly, or maybe, XYZ, whatever happens. And that way there can be like a competitive layer to it while also, still appeasing the fans. Um, but based on the results of the poll, I don't think people like the idea too much. It was just something I thought of. But I don't think it'll be happening anytime soon.
Always good to throw it out there, you know.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah.
might agree.
Just to see. I just wanted to see if people would bite, because to me it sounded kind of good, but it was my own idea, so I'm biased.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. So let's talk about the weekend, right? So this weekend, you guys are first playing Ravens, which is, I mean, first of all, it's quite the match on paper. This is one of the ones I'm actually most excited for, I think, because there's both teams have been kind of structured in quite a similar way. There's both teams have the kind of veteran plus three relatively young guys on the roster. And both have been touted to be kind of maybe the underdog dark horse team. So what do you think about this match? Are you confident for the match? Like, how's your preparation been? And have you practiced much against London?
Of course, very confident in my team, and I think we can beat any team in the league. That's what I'll always think. Um, Preparation has been good. We just had to take a little extended break during the holidays, so we just got to practice a few days ago, and we have been kicking it into overdrive to make up for that lost time, doing a lot of extra practice after the usual like pro scrim hours. And we have played London before, but not too recently. It's going to be a good matchup, and I'm really looking forward to playing them.
Is there anyone this weekend you particularly relish the opportunity to beat? Of course, you live with Austin Slasher,
Yeah, yeah,
Minigo of the LAG. Would that be top of your list, or is there
yeah.
others?
It would be funny to play Austin for sure, cause like whenever if we ever match up, like just coming back to the apartment, like, yo, you got smoked today, just messing with each other would be funny. But I would like to like any of my friends, I would like to play like Austin or Attach, um, anybody like that. It's always fun to compete against.
Yeah, the Minnesota one could be interesting as well. I don't know how
Yeah.
the matchup goes exactly, but you actually there might be a world in which you play them if you beat FaZe, but that's the thing.
Mhm.
If you beat Ravens, then you beat FaZe, single limb, so it's tough. But
Yeah, yeah.
how do you think about the FaZe matchup? Like if you do play them, because I was just talking to Simp and he was talking about the fact that he reckons that in terms of gun skill, there's no team that comes anywhere near. But like do you think that gun skill is all that matters in this game? A lot of people are saying that actually that given the fast time to kill, there's more to it.
Um, well, Simp and FaZe in them, they're obviously a great team. I don't need to praise them. They like everyone knows that. And from practice, we've been matching up well versus them. Um, so I'm definitely excited to see what it's like to play them with our team in an actual tournament setting, on LAN, and we can get a real judge of where we stand, or how practice is going, where we're improving in that. But I'm confident. Like, I'm confident versus any team, especially them. If you're not, then you have no chance.
Absolutely. So this is the final question. Pretty much top five teams in the game right now. Difficult one, I think, because everyone has a different opinion on this. Some teams are pretty much shoo-ins for it, but you don't necessarily have to do an order. We'd prefer it, but we're going to ask all the pros this, so we'll see kind of what happens. So yeah, like, would you put yourselves in the top five? I guess from your mindset perspective, you'd think like almost certainly. But it's tough to say what you do on that. Do you put yourself number one for the confidence boost, or like, how does it go?
Um, so yeah, obviously, when you ask this question to a competitor, you have to put yourself number one. So to avoid that bias, I'll give my top five without any order, and just you guys can make your own order out of it.
I mean, or you
Um,
could just exclude yourself and you can give an
oh,
order. I'm
okay,
happy with
okay,
that as
yeah,
well.
okay, yeah. We'll exclude ourselves. I would say FaZe, OpTic, we haven't played Boston, but based solely off the hardpoint scrims we've been watching, I think they're up there. Um, haven't really played Toronto, but out of respect, I got to put them up there because I would assume they're going to be good. Um, I can't really think of the other team. Let me see.
Yeah, this is actually this is very similar to what happened with Simp. Actually, he got to kind of this point, even though I don't know the other one he mentioned. Then he was like, it's tough after this to
Yeah, it
choose
kind of
one. You know,
is.
I think he put you guys up there instead of one of the guys you mentioned.
Um,
Instead of Toronto, I think.
hmm. We actually played Toronto today, so I'll see. I'll see how they're playing. So
There's New
I
York,
don't
you
know.
know,
Okay.
LA teams. Any of the LA teams?
Mm, I think. Well, it's the thing about it is when you scrim recently, you've only been scrimming hardpoint. So some teams
Sure.
might just not be that great at hardpoint. Like LAG, I think is going to be really good at controlling S&D. So I could put LAG up there or like New York. Um, but based like doing the power ranking is just like literally hardpoint power ranking. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like it's hard to judge, but putting all those factors in, I would probably put LAG or New York in that fifth spot. Like considering a whole actual competitive series with like control S&D and all of that.
Good stuff. We'll leave it there for today. Thanks very much for your time. Any words for Seattle fans going into the season?
Just, I want you guys to know that we're working as hard as we can day in and day out, and we're really trying to make you guys proud this season.
Fantastic stuff. Thanks for your time. Take care, everyone. We'll
All
see
right,
you
later,
next
Rob.
time.